Welcome to Dadograms. Today I want to talk to you about something that's happening in communities all across the country, especially in mine. And I bet you've noticed it too. More and more people are running red lights. And today I'm going to tell you why they are doing it, how I have personally been affected by it, and how you can be too. And then I'm going to tell you what we all need to do about it. I'm Jason M. Garrett, and I created Dadograms to teach my kids and all of you how to win in the great game of life. It's a place where I share my hard-earned lessons I've gathered from life, from leading in the Navy for over 28 years, and watching the world with an eye for what really matters. So, unless you've been asleep at the wheel lately, you've certainly noticed the red light runners at intersections all across America. Not just the occasional late yellow misjudgment, but full-on, no apology, red light running. It's brazen, dangerous, deadly, and it's getting worse by the day. If you haven't noticed it yet, pay attention. Just look around on your next drive, and I guarantee you'll see it. Now, running a red light may save a person a minute or two, but it can get a person killed. So let me tell you why this is happening, what it's already cost my family and my community, and what you can do to stay safe in a world where a red light apparently doesn't mean stop. This rampant rise in red light running isn't just bad luck or coincidence. There are real reasons it's happening now. First, insurance apps are training us to run red lights. Yep, and now I'm talking about those apps that you get with your new insurance company. They put it on your phone so you can get a discount. They monitor you for texting while driving, speeding, and hard braking. And if you want to see your score plummet, just get a hard brake penalty once or twice. Insurance companies reward smooth driving, but penalize hard braking. So when you are driving at the speed limit and you get a yellow light, the only way to stop in time is to brake hard. But that gets you dinged on the app. So people very quickly learn to just coast through the yellow at the intersection. And just like that, the algorithm has taught you to run yellows that turn red while you're in the intersection. These tools are supposed to promote safety, but they're reinforcing behaviors that put everyone at risk. So beware. Second, detours and construction are frustrating drivers more and more. All across the country, infrastructure is catching up after decades of neglect. And that's great, but it sucks too. I'm in a city where detours are everywhere. Lanes closed, routes rerouted, and as the traffic heads towards those routes without construction, the easier drive, well, they become overly congested and slow to a halt. So when drivers finally get a straightaway and hit a green, they don't want to give it up. They've waited too long, and when it turns yellow, they're already fed up. So they just keep right on going. Too many cars, too few roads, and too many people just trying to get home. It's the perfect storm causing so many to become red light runners. Number 3, frustration with poorly timed lights. Here's a stat I heard a long time ago that really did affect how I drove. The average American spends 6 months of their life sitting at red lights. 6 months. Drivers are wasting away their lives, their productivity in 2-minute chunks, crawling forward only to stop again at the next intersection. It's death by 1,000 halts. And for me, I am guaranteed to be the one who approaches an intersection and gets a yellow light turning red. When it turns green, I start going and I hit the next intersection and another yellow light turning red. It's like I'm cursed. And I know this is the case for many of you out there as well. Why is it that lights aren't timed so that when you get one green, you keep getting greens? Traffic lights should be about keeping traffic moving, not about keeping traffic stopping. Today, with AI, traffic sensors, and smart cameras, it makes no sense. And drivers know it, and they're pissed off. I know I am. This just builds stress, and stress builds aggression, and aggression runs red lights. Number 4, drivers are distracted. We've normalized distracted driving to a terrifying degree. Eating, texting, scrolling, FaceTiming, all while piloting a 3-ton metal box toward an intersection at over 45 miles an hour. I mean, really, folks, do you know how hard it is to react quickly to a changing light while watching TikTok and steering with your knees? It's hard. Just ask the people in my neighborhood, and I'll discuss more on that here in just a moment. And number 5, People are driving impaired. Alcohol, drugs, medications, they're all impairing reaction time, judgment, and coordination. And as a result, they keep the speed up, going right through the reds without even tapping the brakes. Truthfully, some people aren't intentionally running reds. They just don't see them. They're numb, foggy, altered, and downright dangerous. And when that person hits you at an intersection, well, does it really matter why they ran the red? Now, this issue has become more worrisome for my wife and I because it hit too close to home several times. Not long ago, our daughter was at a stoplight headed out of our neighborhood. She was stopped behind another vehicle at the red light. When their light turned green, the first driver headed out. My daughter paused for just a moment to create space between her and the first car. She carefully looked both ways and began to move forward. She just got into the intersection when a car blasted through a red light at over 60 miles an hour. In an instant, my daughter was hit and had the entire front end of her Prius taken off. That car's airbags deployed and saved her from all kinds of damage from the impact. But had she entered that intersection a half a second sooner, it would have been a full T-bone. And I don't think even with the car's safety features that she would have been able to survive it. The force of the impact would have been too much. And that's not the kind of thing a dad or a mom ever want to have to go through. And as it is, we're so thankful that she hesitated for just a moment as she started into that intersection. And our daughter wasn't the only one whose life got altered that day. After the red light runner hit her, they still had so much speed that they continued through the intersection, swerved into oncoming traffic, and totaled out a Jeep. Miraculously, no one was killed in the crash. Police suspected the driver was impaired, possibly with medication, and she was probably texting. Her reckless act totaled 3 vehicles and injured 3 people. But that wasn't the only time that we saw that kind of carnage at that same intersection. Do you see in this picture of my daughter's car, that beautiful monument to our neighborhood in the back? Here's another picture. Pretty nice, huh? Well, just a few months after my daughter got hit, another driver ran the same red light and destroyed the monument. This is what it looked like after that. Witnesses said the driver was weaving all over the road, clearly intoxicated. He ran the red light again at over 60 miles an hour, where the speed limit is only 35. Thank goodness no one else was coming through the intersection at the time, or it would probably have killed them. So that's the same intersection with 2 major incidences just a few months apart. And these aren't isolated. This intersection sees red light runners daily. And that's just our intersection. This is happening all over Pensacola, Florida. It's so bad that the city is now rushing to install red light cameras all over the city. And even that isn't slowing people down. In fact, red light runners are increasing as the weeks go by. So what can we do? Well, if I was king of the day, I would increase fines from red light cameras from $150 per incident to $5,000 for each incident. That'd make a change now, wouldn't it? Oh, or we could all start a big letter writing campaign to our cities requesting that all the lights be timed appropriately. I know these are great ideas. I think they are. But realistically, I'm not king of the day. So let's consider some more realistic options. Actionable options that we can use today to keep ourselves safe as well as others. Here's how you protect yourself and others in this new traffic reality. If you're approaching a yellow light that you know is going to turn red, check your speed, and if it's even close, just stop. If you have to brake hard to get stopped, that's okay. Ignore the insurance apps, for goodness sakes. In fact, delete them. I have. The change in premium cost, if it actually changes at all, is better than a totaled car or a fatality. Next, if you're at an intersection and you get a green, before pulling forward, look both ways for as far as you can see. As you move forward, keep looking back and forth. Like we say in naval aviation, keep your head on a swivel. Look back and forth until you are clear through the intersection. You have to see what might be coming so you can take action if necessary to save yourself. Don't ever trust a green light. Trust your eyes. Next, if you're driving up to an intersection and you clearly see a green light, you must at least take your foot off the gas and cruise forward, looking both ways and ready to hit the brakes if you see someone coming, because you might. We have a family friend who used to close down a restaurant well after midnight each night. She was doing this as she was working her way through college. And on her way home, driving through town with no one else on the road anywhere, she was T-boned by a red light runner while she was driving through a green intersection. This happened to her not once, not twice, but 3 times. Folks, yes, the red light runners were at fault each time, but so was she. She wasn't following common sense logic of defensive driving. Always make sure you are clear through any green, or a red light runner may get to you too. These are a few obvious things you need to start doing as you share the road with red light runners. Following this advice can keep you safe, and it can save your life. So to wrap all this up, remember, most of us don't wake up planning to break the law or put others in danger. But stress, distraction, and impatience turn regular people into reckless drivers. Running a red light may save a person a minute or two in their commute, but it might cost someone their life. So here's a challenge to you. Don't be that person. Either of them. When you're behind the wheel, stay present. Take a breath. Listen to some music or a podcast and learn something. If you have to be in the car, you might as well be getting something out of it. Then let the frustration just pass away. Remember, you're not just driving a car, you're driving amongst lives. Your decision at the light might be the difference between a close call and a catastrophic loss. Let's all slow down, pay attention, and protect each other. Because in a world full of red light runners, the smartest driver is the one who knows that green doesn't always mean go. Stay sharp out there and drive safe.